Game 7, like we've talked about Game 7 so many times, but that was the most miserable moment arguably in this franchise's playoff history, which is saying something.
Yeah, but if it happened in Game 6 and they lose by 3 in Game 7, the offseason takes a different tone. It's because everybody had to sit there with that being the last memory on the court that made it. I don't think the players carried that, and I believe DA says that in there too. It was like they didn't care about it. You realize you got to move on. It's not about what you did last year. It's about what you do this year, and you're in the gym. I mean, that's the way you shut out the noise.
But several players have already said that they still use that as motivation.
Well, of course you're going to use it as motivation,
clearly they think
but you're not dwelling on it like everybody else sat all summer using it as some storyline.
I don't know, because even Cam Johnson at Media Day, wasn't it Cam who was like, when he was asked how often do you think about Game 7, he's like literally every day.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know how you use something for motivation but not dwell on it too. Like,
because
I think it can be a mental thing, right? Like you can address it and sort of have it repop into your head without sulking about it. More like trying to dissect it, try to learn from it and grow from it. You can go one of two ways. You can look at it as a positive, as a learning aspect, or you can look at it as a negative and just sit there and be pouty and upset about the whole situation. But you can still think about it on a regular basis.
Sure. Yeah, haven't you ever had somebody not believe in you and you use that as motivation rather than sulking in the fact that
I dwell on that shit forever.
You know,
I mean,
yeah,
I think it does depend on the person though, because like, you know, we talk about this team using it as motivation or dwelling on it. Like the truth is it's a collection of individuals who all tackle this kind of thing differently. But I think the larger point was just like between Game 7, between all this, everything that happened this summer, they had reason to go into the season with the vibes feeling off. And that's what we saw at Media Day. And so I think when we reported on that, people started twisting it into, okay, what does it mean? What's the reason behind it? And it could just be as simple as there was a lot of bad shit that happened